I made $829,703 last month. Here is every single thing I did to get there. If you don't know me, my name is Daniel Fazio, co-founder of Client Ascension and ListKit, and the link to this document is going to be inside of the description. Let's get into it. This stemmed from this tweet I made, and we're going to be talking specifically about the inputs required to make this work. So I made a tweet that said, I guarantee that if 99% of people who desperately want to hit 100K a month did an audit of your past 30 days, you'd find you have done very little outreach, you have conducted near zero follow-up, you have not reviewed a single sales call, you have produced zero useful content, you were not even remotely close to what is required for these numbers. I did 832K last month. I know what it takes. It's orders of magnitude beyond what you think is normal. So the sections of this guide, what I'm going to be going through are what I did on my side. So I'm like on the marketing side of the business. So content, paid ads, newsletter, team and processes, and then my offers. So let's get straight into this. So first, content. I use Twitter, LinkedIn, YouTube, and let's go straight into the Twitter analytics page because this can get so obvious. It makes you feel stupid when you actually look at it. So let's go over here. These are my Twitter analytics on the Cold Elon Wizard account. So this is impressions versus posts. So the green line and the blue line. You will find that this is hilariously obvious in hindsight, but the more you tweet, the more impressions you get. Wow, craziest thing ever. So on November 12th, I made 8 tweets and it had 142,000 impressions. And then you go to the weekend and it kind of goes down, but over here, 8 posts, 74,000. Over here, 9 posts, 48,000. It's really quite that simple. You just do the same thing. It's a one-to-one correlation. So in a 4-week time span, I got 1.3 million impressions, 6,200 profile visits, and it doesn't show you how many link clicks you got, but it's probably a substantial amount of them. If I go to content over here, let's look at 4 weeks, and I want posts. If we sort by impressions, yeah, I'm kind of like this tweet right here. That was a really good one. I'm just spitting random shit. It's really not that difficult at all. So LinkedIn had 69,682 posts. So what I do on LinkedIn is I actually run an email list too. And then I have a team of people who they take what I write in the email list and they transform it into LinkedIn posts. So that is the extent of my LinkedIn content strategy. And we just post 1 time a day. So if I was actively attempting to get clients on LinkedIn, I'd be accepting all the connection requests and sending DMs to them, but I'm not doing that. I'm really not the best at LinkedIn. I just post there and that's pretty much it. Because you start accepting connection requests and people start pitching you, it's like a super fucking pain in the ass. I know people who make a substantial amount of money on LinkedIn doing what I'm doing, but also just messaging people. I said this in my last video in the 30 different ways to get clients. Most of the selling that occurs on social media occurs in the DMs, right? Like almost all of it. So let's go over YouTube because YouTube might actually get most of our business now, like on the content side at least. So I'm making content on what I feel like making. However, I sometimes go into vidIQ to see what kind of videos have search volume. Then I'll search that term myself and I'll watch some of the videos. And then what I'll decide to do is to just make a better video. And that's it, because I'm just trying to rank. So like if I go over to my YouTube analytics, in the past 28 days, I've got 44,000 views, 539 new subscribers, 2,800 hours of watch time. This is super important because you got to understand that for every 1 hour that somebody watches of you, it's about $1,000 they'll have the propensity to purchase with you if it's B2B, right? So like quite literally, this is $280,000 of like purchasing power that can be realized from YouTube over the past 28 days for me. Now, if I go over here to content, let's scroll down and go to some of these. So top videos in the last 28 days. This one right here, my $5 million VSL script. I posted that shit over a year ago. And in the last month, it's still gotten 2,600 views. Let me go to more videos over here. Right here, 2,600 views in the past 28 days. I posted a year ago. This one right here, this was Twitter Masterclass right here. This was this was 2 years ago I posted this. And then it's still getting 1,400 views a month. This was a vidIQ one. This was a vidIQ one. This was posted half a year ago, still getting 1,200 views a month. And this one right here, this is like 2 months ago. See what I'm doing here? Like if you make SEO optimized shit, it just continues to get new views over and over and over again. And you got to imagine when you have like 100 or 200 videos on your channel, these bitches just start stacking up and you just get a fucking shit ton of free traffic. It's like really substantial. So let's go over here to the paid ads section because this seems to be where we're making a substantial amount of our money. So I run VSL funnels. I do VSL funnels with opt-in. So like I make a direct offer ad, leads to an opt-in page, name, email, phone number. Then they go to the VSL. Those emails and phone number, that goes into an infinite email sequence. They will get emails forever. And then we have setters calling and texting the phone numbers. So after they opted in though, they go to the VSL and the VSL has a button to go to the application. The application filters them out based on whether they're qualified or unqualified. If they're unqualified, we don't even let them see the Calendly at all. You can't see the Calendly. This is only for ads I'm doing this. But if they're qualified, then they see the Calendly, then they book a call, they get in the call with the sales team, and then they turn it to a client. So in October, we spent $174,161 on ads. This was $586,867 of attributed revenue to the ad. What do I mean by this? If someone clicked an ad and converted within 5 days, it was attributed to the ads. You see what I mean? So the attribution of the ads, $586,000. It's like 4 times return. Now, this was also really important because people like, how do you scale the ads? How do you do that? We were running 156 individual unique ad creatives in October. Now, it doesn't mean like all 156 of them are still running. It's just that we launched 156 different variations of ad creatives. And then you find AI systems in the ads managers will just automatically find the winners. So if you want to spend this much money on ads, you need 156 individual ad creatives. It's the same thing with content. If you want to get a lot of money from content, you need to post a shit ton of content. You see what I mean? Like I'm sitting here on Twitter making like at least 5 posts a day. And then on YouTube, most ideally, you want to post twice a week on YouTube, but sometimes you just can't. So I was doing twice a week for a little bit, and now I'm doing 1 a week, but I'll go back to 2 a week when I get more filming capacity. But I'm making a shit ton of ad creatives all the time. I wake up at like 5:30 a.m. and I come to this desk. It's literally 6:30 a.m. right now as I'm filming this. And I'm going to be at this desk all fucking day. I'm going to be here until like I'll get up and fuck about the environment and frolic around and do whatever the bullshit, like take a little breaks and whatnot. But I will be at this bitch intently working like as the main activity until like 4 p.m. That's a shit ton of time, right? And now the problem with a lot of people is they want to hit 100K a month so desperately, and they're so down to do anything it takes besides go to bed at 10 p.m. and wake up at 6. You'll do fucking anything but the one thing it actually requires, which is you getting up, you going to sleep at a decent hour, getting up and actually fucking doing something. You see what I mean? Like I want to do it so bad, except the one thing that makes it actually work. This really isn't difficult at all. It's not confusing. It's the same shit over and over and over again. It's difficult. Yeah, it's like you got to do stuff when you don't feel like doing it, like a lot. You very regularly must do things you don't feel like doing, but it shouldn't be confusing. Like all you're doing is doing outreach, making content, and if you have money, running ads and constantly making new ad creatives. It really isn't more difficult than that. Like it's so profoundly straightforward. It's almost like you have to intentionally try to fuck it up to fail. Like it's really not difficult. All right, cool. Let's talk about newsletter. In October, I sent 23 total emails, got 2,234 total clicks on it, and it was a total delivery of 367,600 messages. So let's go. I got a Google sheet of them. And these are the kinds of emails I was sending. So like how to kill your business in 7 days flat, the best VSL outline structure, the inputs required to hit 50K a month, offers versus just a thing, drop-offs and constraints, how many sales calls does it take to hit 500K a month, our new offer, how to use ChatGPT to predict objections. So you see what, like the theme of these messages that I'm sending to the newsletter is that I'm being useful. But how am I getting people onto the newsletter in the first place? So the first is through ads, right? So obviously, like, remember I'm running the opt-in funnels, but secondarily is the content. Like I put links to sign up to my newsletter and shit. And if you put your email in any of like a Client Ascension location or a Join Olympia, like a clientascension.com URL, if you put your email in there, like you're going to be on my thing. If you put your email in on a joinolympia.com URL, you're going to be on my email list. I also have a direct link to sign up to it so you can actually see these. I'll put that in the description. But the main theme of this is that I'm being useful. Like I'm giving like practical tips and directions on how to make substantially more money. I send a lot of these. Like I try to do 5 a week and it works. Like it works a lot. And if you can tell people to reply to it and like you actually like start to know people, they wake up in the morning, they look for your newsletter. You see what I mean? Like this shit fucking works. It's like a substantial part of the company. And now if we were going back to this right here, a lot of this number would be significantly lower without email, because it's if they convert from the email, if they came from an ad and they convert from email later on, it's still going to attribute to the ad. This would probably be, I shit you not, like half as much without email. You see what I mean? This is how important it is. It's so wildly important. All right, so let's talk about teams. So there's 2 companies. There's Client Ascension and ListKit. This is what the Client Ascension one looks like. So we've got the student success coaches. So like someone joins Client Ascension and we assign you a student success coach, right? That's to help them. Like it's a one-on-one person who guides you through the program. You literally just got to do what they say. So we got Andy, Chris, Shen, and Alex. There's 4 of them. And then we got Andre, and we have expert coaches as well. So these are the people who do the weekly coaching calls and are like the experts. You see what what I mean? So like David is sales, Connor's like kind of sales, but also like agency scaling, whatever. Mario's mindset, Nick is cold email, Dylan is sales and appointment setting, Matt is cold email, Jeremy is like the LinkedIn and like LinkedIn ads and shit, Drew is sales, Nick Verge is VSLs, Niall is cold email, Luke is automations, cold email Chris is cold email, Lucas is landing pages, and then I'm still in here too. Like I do offers and like marketing strategy. So we got Christian cold email, me, and then Dan, and then we have the sales team. So Peter, Antoine, Isaac, and Qasim. Antoine's a setter, Isaac's a setter, Peter's a closer. Dan will close some deals too. If you schedule for Olympia right now, like you'll probably talk to Dan. Qasim does like sales tech bullshit. So this is 26 total people at Client Ascension. That's how that team works. That's like functionally how Client Ascension works. Is like you have the student success coaches and the expert coaches, and that's like how the product is facilitated. And then we have ListKit. So there's 30 total people, excluding the dev team, because I don't know what the fuck is going on over there. So Andre, these are like client success managers. So we have Omar, Burhan, Saeed, Elisa, Bryce, Francois, and Mark. They help people make sure they're using ListKit correctly and shit. And they'll like also like set deals to like upsell clients and whatnot for like the cold email setup offer or something. I'll talk about that later. But then we got Lewis, and this is the cold email setup team. So Umar, Raheem, Waleed, Tim, Niall, Ryan, Latia. I don't know who the fuck these people are, to be honest with you. And then we got Christian, so one of my co-founders, Daniel. Me and Christian do the ads. That's really all we're doing. And then we got Dan over here. So AJ's, this is a sales team. So AJ, Henry, Evan, Daven, Eddie, Steve. They're all AEs, closers. And then we have Theo, Riyadh, and Qasim, who are all setters. And then Oliver is the CTO. He does the dev team. I don't know what's going on over there. But you kind of notice, like if you look at me, like there's no one below me. I just maneuver and finagle fuck about the environment. You see what I mean? I don't really have people under me. I just kind of like, I like to do my own thing. I don't like to manage people. That's an Andre thing. Everyone's under Andre. Andre's the manager. He manages stuff. And even if I need someone, like Andre facilitates it in some capacity. You see what I mean? I don't like to manage people. I like to do whatever the fuck I want. That's how I've designed my business. I can just make YouTube videos, make content, run ads, and then the only fulfillment that I'm involved in is Client Ascension and Olympia. I don't do any capacity of fulfillment at the ListKit side whatsoever. See what I mean? So like on Olympia and Client Ascension side, I help people with their offers and their ads, and then I just like do all the lead gen for both the companies. At least 56 people who are depending on me to generate enough leads. That's so fucking funny. All right, cool. So we talk about my offers. So I'm accomplishing two things when I go to this my offer section. First is that so you understand what I sell and like how my business works. And second is so that I can sell you these offers and hopefully you buy them, right? And the link to this document and all of this stuff is in the description. So the first is Client Ascension. What is that? It's a done with you program. It helps agencies and B2B companies. Normally people who join Client Ascension are between like $1,000 to $15,000 a month. You can't join if you have 0 clients, and we help you hit 30K a month plus. So what do? We help you build a better offer, create a BSL, create landing pages, create automated cold outreach systems, create content marketing systems, streamline your client fulfillment, get better at sales and build sales processes, and then use that AI. That's clientascension.com. It's $10,800 for 12 months. That's the pricing. All right, cool. Then I do some one-on-one consulting as well. So like sometimes people buy this. And this is just speak directly with me. I have an hour call with me, which is $1,000, or I have personal monthly consulting, which is 4 calls a month plus unlimited texting with my personal number. That's $4K a month. It's at danielfazio.io. People buy that shit. I just like leave it in the description of YouTube videos and on my Twitter and whatnot. And then we have ListKit. So that's the software for getting cold email leads and automating cold email. So like there's the data platform. So it's intent data. What is intent data? It lets you extract the email addresses of people who are actively looking for services like yours. It's very effective, right? And then there's just a standard B2B lead database, $97 a month or $297 a month is ListKit.io. Then we start selling this shit cold email setup offer. This thing cooks. Private infrastructure. It includes the leads. It includes intent data. It includes the sending. It includes the inboxes. And we write the email scripts for you. It's a $1,500 setup, and then $500 to $3,000 a month depending on volume. So like 15,000 emails a month is $500 a month. And then like 3,000 a month is 105,000 emails a month. You can scale up and down, whatever the fuck. That's at start.listkit.io. And then we have Olympia, which is like the new thing that's like fucking awesome. I love Olympia. So this helps business owners above $30,000 a month to launch and scale with ads in a sales team so that they can reach $300,000 a month plus. So it'll help with their offer, the funnel, the VSL, the ad scripts, the email flows, the text flows, the setter hiring, closer hiring, fulfillment team hiring, and automations in AI. It's $14,000 for 3 months. There's like 20 something people on there so far, and we just launched it. It's fucking awesome. I love Olympia. It's joinolympia.com. If you make over $30,000 a month, you should join that shit. You will get results. All right, cool. That's it for me. If you got some usefulness out of this, like, subscribe, leave a comment, share it with your friends, whatever. I love you. Peace.